Let's say hi.
سلام.
Salam.
سلام. کجا میخواهی بروی؟
I'm happy to announce my first sponsored video. So Ling Languages contacted me and asked me if I could do an honest review about their language learning app. And I'm going to give you my honest opinion, tell you if it's worth it. Let's go. So my first impression is actually that it's a little bit like Duolingo, like a game. I'm not sure if that's true. I really like as well that it has beginner, intermediate, and advanced Persian, which is quite special for an app. Of course, all the other apps like Duolingo, Monthly, they either do not have Persian or they do a very bad job. Welcome back to the present, where the information is actually up to date. So, the pricing is 15 euros a month for the monthly subscription, 80 euros a year for the yearly, or you can pay for a lifetime $150, which I think is the best option. And the first thing that's really cool is how many languages you can actually learn with this app. How many apps have Hungarian, Finnish, Telugu, Tamil, but we are going for Persian, of course. This is what it looks like when you come into the app. You have the chatbot function here in the left upper corner that I showed you before. Then you have the amount of words you've learned so far. You can review those words if you want. And on the right, you have your profile. You see here, down here, you see the lessons, and they are mostly organized per thematic vocabulary. You see here, eating out, where is it, blah, blah, blah. Now, what I noticed that there's not a big difference between advanced and expert. And also, they are not advanced in the sense of C1 or C2. They are more like B1 plus or something like that. Every lesson has more or less the same structure. So let's go to family members and moods. Typically, you have this little introduction of the words first. So you have a word and then an introduction of that word into the sentence.
بستگان او در ژاپن کار می‌کنند.
After that, it does a little test to see if you've understood the word.
خانواده.
Nice. Okay, great. And what's also really nice is that here on the top, you can change this and you can turn the sentence into Finglish, which helps with the pronunciation if you need it. If you have some issue, you can also report it. And I noticed that they actually do something with this, so that's very nice. So let's continue. And then again, they check the word.
پدر.
If it's wrong, this happens. After that, they do a match the cards, so you have to match them. Can you do it? After that, they'll check if you understand the audio and can match it with the word. That's great for learning the Persian script. So I think this is super useful, especially for beginners. And if you need the English explanation, you can check that here. Here they check if you can translate the Persian. If you do it wrong, this happens. You can always listen to it or listen to it in slow version.
5 نفره هستیم.
Later on, they also have the same exercise, but then the other way around. So now you need to listen to it and write down the Persian, which is again very good for beginners and to learn the Persian script. It's formal Persian, okay? Everything is formal Persian because I think that the AI that is built into this app is using formal Persian, just like all the translators out there. And you need to match the Persian with the English translation. And then at the end, you get this really nice conversation with all the words you've just learned in them.
خواهرزاده شما به همان دبیرستان می رود. آنها دوست هستند.
And again, here you can use the translation if you want to. You can do it without translation. You can do it with Finglish. You can do it without Finglish. And then the last exercise is always the same conversation, but then with gaps. I don't really like this exercise, so I really don't do it. And then the end of the lesson. Yes. So this is the structure of every lesson, basically. So all these lessons have the same structure, but there's just difference of vocabulary. But there are two more features that make Ling Languages quite special, and that is the chatbot and the speaking feature. Let's go check it out. So this is the chatbot function that I told you earlier about. Yeah, I didn't use it a lot, but I do find it very useful. So let's first jump into the taxi. The taxi doesn't say anything, so we say hi, right? Let's say hi.
سلام.
Salam.
سلام. کجا میخواهی بروی؟
This means, where do you want to go, right? So let's answer
مدرسه موسیقی.
مدرسه موسیقی.
متاسفم. من نفهمیدم که تو چه گفتی. میتوانی آن را دوباره بگویی؟
So I didn't say it correctly that I wanted to go to the music school, so it asked me if I could repeat it. So I can repeat it, and like that you can have a conversation with a chatbot. But you can also improve your pronunciation. So I think it's really very useful. It's very, very nice. There's one more feature, so let's go to relationships. And I chose relationships because I've always already used it before. And we can go here, use two more features. We can do an exam, which basically means you do the same kind of exercises, but now you get a grade at the end, and you have a few lives, as you can see here in the on the top. Let's quit the exam. You can do the really cool speaking feature. So you listen to the sentence.
او قبل از آشنایی با آن آقا به مدت 5 سال مجرد بوده است.
And then you need to repeat it. Now, this is super, super scary because it will give you a percentage at the end of how good or bad you're doing it. So let's try. Now, I didn't practice this one before, so I'm doing this live. So please have some respect for me and don't laugh. او قبل از آشنایی به آن آقا به مدت 5 سال میخورد بده است. You see, and it made me very sad. That's only 43%. Some of them are also really short.
مجرد بودن.
مجرد بودن. 100%. Yes. Oh, and I noticed a really funny bug that you can use if you want to have 100% always. Look.
طلاق گرفتن.
100%. Yes. Nice, right? So this is the last feature that you can use. So, a short summary. I think the app is good for people who want to learn crazy languages like Persian or Nepali or other languages that other apps don't have. And then especially if they want to learn words, and then especially if they are in the range from A0 to B1 and also want to practice their pronunciation using a terrifying speaking feature. Try to spend about 10 minutes a day on it, and then you get the most out of it. If you do it much longer than that, it won't give you all the benefits that language learning uh, can give you. But if you do it shorter than that, you won't learn enough words. So definitely go check it out. The link is in the description. I get nothing extra for it, but you do help my channel a little bit, of course. So go ahead and try out Ling Languages. Godafez.